Welcome to another video, and in this video I am going to share my top defenders from the Mutant class specifically for Battlegrounds. I will also tell you how some of these champions can be game changers for you in Battlegrounds. So let's start. The first defender in this list, and as you would have expected, is Onslaught. Now, first of all, it's difficult to parry Onslaught. Only a few champions can do that, so you will have to start by intercepting him. And as you can see in this clip, we have not taken any blocked hits or any direct hits from Onslaught. However, still he has inflicted about 7 neuroshocks already on Ironheart, which deals damage. And any kind of damage in Battlegrounds is essential because ultimately it can come down to a matter of a few points. His specials are very difficult to completely evade and it takes practice. Only a very highly skilled player can do it without getting hit, which is why he is one of the great defenders in the game. If you get hit even on your block, he will inflict more neuroshocks on you. As you can see, I have marked him as a champion who needs high sig because his damage will only go up with every sig level. Also, he's a game changer because as a defender, he will make you win a lot of fights. Second champion in this list is Negasonic Teenage Warhead. Now, if she's awakened and at max sig, she will start off with 1 bar of power already. She also starts the fight with precognition, which means if you parry her and try to attack her, she will evade and then mess you up. You will have to intercept a lot of times, and it's difficult to completely evade her specials, which is why she is one of the top defenders. I have marked her as a champion who needs high sig because it will only help her inflict incinerates faster. Not only that, if she's at max sig, she will start off the fight with 1 bar of power. Third champion on this list is Dust. To start with, whenever she attacks your block or hits you with her medium attack, she inflicts a sand debuff on you. Now, if you are taking a lot of blocked hits, these debuffs can add up and deal a lot of damage. Not only that, while blocking, she can also glance hits. So whenever a hit is glanced, you are inflicted with the sand debuff. Again, another way of adding up those sand debuffs and dealing damage. Any champions who can inflict incinerate on hits are good counters for her, but overall she is very tanky. The only way to take no damage from Dust is to make sure that you evade her specials completely. You do not block her hits, you are intercepting her, and you do not attack her on her block. If your champion can inflict incinerates, that makes the fight just easier. But overall, she's a great defender. Fourth champion in this list is, of course, Domino. Now, Domino is not only a great attacker but she is a great defender as well. She's very underrated. When she's awakened and at higher sig, she can deal damage through critical failure and a lot of it. Not only that, it is difficult to parry her because of non-contact hits. Whenever she builds a bar of power, there is a chance of her going into her lucky mode and she can randomly evade basic attacks or special attacks in that mode. Not only that, there will be times when sometimes you will have to block her specials because dexterity mastery might just fail. In the number 5 slot, I have kept Bishop or Weapon X because I think both these champions are very tricky or can be very tricky to deal with. Wolverine Weapon X, once he builds his 15 charges, he goes unstoppable and unblockable for a few seconds. So you will have to stay away from him during that phase. And even when unstoppable falls off, you have unblockable to deal with. The only way to deal with it is to intercept him and land hits and make him hit his specials and then go in with another combo. Even if you do that successfully, you will have a lot of regeneration to deal with, so you will have to find ways to control it or bypass it so that you can end the fights quickly. Bishop, on the other hand, can catch people off guard because on his SP1 he can deal a lot of incinerate damage whenever the opponent is in the striking zone, and the time for that damage to fall off is very long. So once he has hit his SP1 and you are not incinerate immune, you will have to wait for a very long time to let that fall off so that you do not take any incinerate damage. His SP2 is difficult to completely evade and can be unblockable sometimes, so he can deal damage through that as well. On top of that, you cannot inflict incinerate or shock damage to him because that will just drain you in seconds.